Hey guys, and welcome to the Premier Outlook. It's Andy here. Sorry for the lack of uploads in the past week. It's been kind of dry, as in what to upload really. But if it's not up by now, then it will be up soon by the time you're listening to this. We have a season prediction video. We're going to predict the table, we're going to predict the top scorer, top assister, all that kind of stuff. We've already recorded most of the video. We're going to finish tonight in a few hours. But this is going to be the start of sort of like a new series, I guess, that I'm going to do. I don't know if Sammy will join in. I hope he does. I think he might. But this is basically a fantasy football series for the Premier League. There's an app for it if you want to join. If like some of you want to like join our league, then we can create a league and have some people in it. That'd be cool. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through everybody that I have in my fantasy team, and then of course the 4 subs. And so yeah, let's get started. In goal, I have David De Gea for 5.5 million. I'm pretty sure like almost 50% of teams have De Gea. Not surprising. He's the best goalie in the Premier League. He's gonna do the same. A lot of clean sheets with new defenders brought in for United. All goalkeepers are really pretty much cheap, so you could always go to Gea. And if you want a good backup, if you don't want De Gea, then I think Jack Butland is great. Go ahead and grab Butland because he's really young and he's really good for Stoke. So speaking of Stoke and also De Gea, I forgot to mention this is my starting 11 for the match day starting tomorrow. United are playing Bournemouth. I'm confident in a clean sheet for that, so I have De Gea in goal. So moving on to the defense, I have Shawcross, Stones, Bellerin, and Van Dijk. Shawcross is the captain of Stoke. Really good defender. I think they're playing Middlesbrough, and they brought in Negredo, Victor Fisher, some good attackers, so it'll be a good challenge to see how Shawcross does against Middlesbrough, and maybe I'm playing FIFA, hold up, and maybe just get a clean sheet, some good fantasy points. Then John Stones, the 47 million signing for Man City. From what I hear is that he's gonna but he's gonna play versus Sunderland tomorrow for City's opening game, and it's Sunderland at home. Honestly, I think that's an easy 3-0 victory for City there. The nil means a clean sheet, so it's good to have John Stones in there, a good City defender. Next, I have Bellerin. It's Arsenal versus Liverpool. That's probably going to be a really good game, by the way. And I think Bellerin's the best right back in the league. At least he was last year, and he's still really young. He's fast, and I just think all around he'll have a good game versus Liverpool. Next and last for my defense, I have Virgil van Dijk. Had a fantastic year last year with Southampton. Good defender. He's still quite young. Signed him from Celtic. Him and Jose Fonte, if Fonte doesn't go to United, which seems to be a rumor, were a good defensive partnership last year, and they're playing Watford, so I think a pretty comfortable game. Another clean sheet, hopefully, for Van Dijk. Now into my midfield, I have Dimitri Payet, Dele Alli, Anthony Martial, and N'Golo Kante. So first with Dimitri Payet, what else can you say? He's 9.5 million, so he's a very, very expensive buy, to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to keep him because some other areas of my team, mostly my bench, is quite weak. So I don't think it'd be a bad idea to take him out, but it also wouldn't be a bad idea to have him. It's a bit of a gamble for me playing him this week, considering that it is West Ham versus Chelsea away. Chelsea are obviously better than West Ham. They have good attack, good defense, but Payet is basically the whole West Ham team, and if West Ham do anything, it will be because of Dimitri Payet, so I have him in. Next, I have Dele Alli from Tottenham. I love Dele Alli, to be honest. I actually knew who he was back when he was at the MK Dons, when basically nobody knew who he was, because I went to an MK Dons game like 6 years ago. So I've just ever since always liked the Dons. So I've kept an eye on them in the past few years, and he was their player of the season before he moved to Tottenham. So he was good there, and now he was outstanding last year with Tottenham. He's like 8.5 mil, I believe, for fantasy. Very talented midfielder. They play Everton. I believe he could probably get a goal or an assist. I have confidence in him having a good game versus Everton, so I have Dele Alli in, and I think Dele Alli is somebody everybody should have in their Premier League team. Next is Anthony Martial. Has got to be one of my favorite footballers in the world. Of course, I'm a United fan. He was our best outfielder last year. He was just so good for us. Everybody called him a waste of money. Now with much better players around him than last year, I'm just really excited to see him play, and I think he'll do well. It's Bournemouth for United, so I can see a goal coming from Martial. And last in the midfield, N'Golo Kante. He costs $5 million on fantasy football. Wow, that's a good price for someone like N'Golo Kante. Pick him up, definitely. He was a revelation for Leicester last year, and he won't be anything short of that this year for Chelsea. He'll be absolutely fantastic, like always. So, yeah. I'm trying to play FIFA with one hand while doing this because I'm on Foot Draft, and I don't want to pause it because I want it to go quickly. My two strikers are Sergio Berahino from West Brom and Jamie Vardy, the captain of my team from Leicester. I'm going to talk about Berahino. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend having Berahino in your team. He's probably going to leave West Brom. West Brom are playing against Crystal Palace away. Crystal Palace have a pretty solid defense for West Brom standards. I think I might try to work a way to get somebody else. He was just a budget buy because Jamie Vardy is $10 million, but I 100% recommend anybody to spend $10 million on Vardy because, first off, this week they're playing against Hull City. No disrespect to Hull, but they're in absolute shambles right now. They don't even have a full squad. They don't have a manager. They wouldn't even be prepared for the championship if they were in the championship, nonetheless the Premier League. It's not going to be good for Hull City this year, especially away at Leicester, the champions. Hull City. This is honestly going to be the easiest game for Leicester this year. It's home versus Hull City. And maybe something stupid will happen and they'll lose and come back to this and call me an idiot. But I think this feels like it should be the easiest game for Leicester, especially Jamie Vardy. I feel like he's going to tear apart Hull City. It's nothing else to be said. I'm even considering triple captaining him. I know it's a really bad idea this early, but if you think about it, this is quite an easy game for Leicester. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think about triple captaining Jamie Vardy. I think it wouldn't be a bad idea. And then on to my bench, I have Jack Butland from Stoke City. I have Ryan Bertrand from Southampton. I have Michael Carrick from United, and then Callum Wilson from Bournemouth. I think Callum Wilson, before he got injured last year, was really good. He was scoring goals here and there for Bournemouth in the Premier League. Michael Carrick, he's probably going to start in the midfield for United. He was $5 million in another budget buy. Ryan Bertrand, I think he's a really good defender. He's injured right now, which is why I don't have him in the starting lineup. I might have him ahead of maybe Stones. It depends how Stones plays. And then Jack Butland, he's just a good, like I said before when I was talking about, hey, he's a great goalkeeper. He's young. In the future, he can easily be a goalkeeper for one of the top teams in England. So, yeah, so thanks for listening. It's getting kind of long, about 10 minutes now, so I'm going to try to wrap it up. So that's my Premier League team. I'll be doing this weekly, probably not as long as this, but probably just talk about who you should get, who had a good week, who had a lot of points, and just recap my week. So, yeah, thanks.